Clap your hands if you believe.
Hello, hello, bubble tea gang. This is Brian, fresh out of the shower. What's up? You can tell by my hair. I'm joined by some of our classics, Mr. Dan Andrade. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Walker Rito Burrito Guthrie. Close enough. What's up?
Hello.
And then Chase Pentamaster Hunt.
Hello, hello.
And then, of course, our beautiful guest with his very businessman-like picture, Nishant, and Frick's God, whatever.
Last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, all professional, all business. Here to
Yeah,
represent
there we go.
MED up in this bitch.
All right, we are pretty far into the season now. Week 5 is in the books, so let's get going. let's talk about the matches that we saw played in week 5, of which 4 out of 5 have been played. One of them is still in the works, but the first TSC versus EXO, we had TSC come away with another win, pushing their record to 4-1. Let's roll the clip, baby. Someone walk me through this. Any TSC EXO members here? No? Yeah,
No,
all right. Dan, let's
but
go.
we saw TSC pull out the swap, probe the warrior going in the top lane, and Zoidberg MD going mid, the classic Zoidberg pick on Anivia. And pretty much EXO tried to go for the counter pick with the Quinn, and it ended up not playing out for EXO. In particular, PJ on the Darius was just a monster. And you can see here just getting dunk after dunk on the classic Dunk Master Darius skin. Overall, like the game felt very back and forth, and right at that fight, it just became TSC's game.
It's a probe diff. Yeah, I mean, going into it, did you think, how many of us predicted EXO would win? I don't remember what the previous
It was pretty much
close, right?
across the board.
Across the board? I don't know about that. I can't remember.
I thought it was across the board.
Interesting. I thought it was pretty close, but I mean, it looked like a pretty close game until the Darius just started going full Dunk City. So
no, it was next game that was pretty across the board.
So in terms of the swap, the Anivia, or I mean, I guess the column mid PJ swap, we all knew it was coming sometime during the season. Is it something that you guys think TSC will weaponize going through the rest of the season as well?
I think so. I mean, it can it's just really hard to ban against their team now. Because I mean, most teams are just banning against their jungler to ban out Evelyn and Nocturne, and then your third ban it seemed like was going towards something that Plo was playing more often than not, and it's pretty much like if you ban something that Plo plays, then he just goes top, and then if you ban something that Colin plays mid, then Colin just goes top. So.
All right. I mean, TSC has already kind of exceeded expectations with the 4-1 start, so let's see if they can pick up even more wins, lock themselves a really high spot going into playoffs. As for our next match, we had THD MBB, which resulted in MBB's first win. So there are no winless teams now.
Let's go, Nishant.
Just a very sad THD and a very happy MBB. Nishant, walk me through this clip and how you smacked our shit in.
No one makes me go 0-6, baby.
Nishant, walk me through this clip and tell me how you smashed our heads in.
All right. So so I basically did 4 camps here because I thought that you would actually ward the entrance to the
by the way, this is the pro view cam.
Yeah, so I swept the jungle just in case there was a late ward. Didn't see anything, and then I called my bot lane that I was going to just path down. Jhin was really overextended, and then I just saved my E in case he flashed last minute. And then I think that one little gank I think started to roll Mina pretty hard, and Mina's quite a pop off player, so I think that just got us rolling in a good spot early on.
Yeah, the entire team was clicking during that MBB game. How important was it for you guys to get your first win and get the ball rolling? Because I mean, I know it's not easy to go 0-4 at the start of the season, but now with your first win, do you think it's just the start of something new?
Yeah, it's definitely not easy to go 0-5. For me personally, I think overall, actually, out of the team, I think I probably was taking the loss to heart more so than anybody else. So the team was pretty good morale wise. But yeah, I think that first win was really good for us, just in terms of things started to click a little bit. I think our biggest problem also was that we kind of trolled in draft a lot in previous games, where they were completely winnable games if we played it as well as we did, but we just trolled in draft. But I think this week we had a really good draft with Ginny's brain and Elena's brain working at the same time. So it was just really good. And I think it just really helps that, my team is just incredibly attractive in real life. So it's kind of just we've all sort of realized we're all really hot. It's kind of just over for you guys.
Hard agree. I'm sleeping on the bed tonight.
Yeah.
All right. And honestly, it was, speaking of really attractive faces, I loved seeing your face pop up on my Venmo account before the game. It was amazing.
Yeah. No,
Let's move on to GB versus AR. This game was, I don't know. I didn't watch it, but apparently AR won. Someone walked.
Wait, you were streaming it, Brian.
I was? I don't even remember. Was I? Christ. I don't know.
He
All
was
the games
reeling
blended
from
in
the
my brain.
loss.
I don't remember. All the games blended in my brain. All right. Someone walk me through this clip. Pentamaster.
Oh,
Since your game hasn't even played yet,
I
so.
have no idea what happened. I didn't watch this game, nor did I see the draft. So we'll see how
Okay.
this goes.
Well.
Okay, wait. Let me look at
luck with
this.
that.
These champs real
Oh
fast.
yeah, this was the Zed game. I remember.
All right,
Okay,
Brian,
cool.
take it away.
Okay, I don't remember this fight, but go ahead. All right, things are happening. Big Leona, boom, and then the Mordecai's just like pew, and then everybody's like woo, and then people are dying, like oh no, and they're running, but they can't get away. And Bananas is like,
I want to
"Ah!"
point
and
out
then Mordecai's
that
just like oh, but he can't do it. And oh no, oh, he's
That
dead.
sounds
Oh.
exactly like Anne Marie.
And then Jarvan's like oh, Damashi, oh, and then it was game over. Hello, we're back. Happy to see that you all missed us. That was awkward. Okay, anyways, TLDR, AR won. Good job, AR. Let's move on to SB versus B Gang. Because fuck it. This one was an SB victory, also going to 4-1. AR, SB, TSC, all 4-1 teams, all looking real strong. Give me a heads up, Dan, how this clip goes, since you are on the side.
Should I pour salt in the wound and have Walker call it out?
You know what, Walker, I believe in you.
Oh no.
Well,
unlike your teammates. Wait.
So I got a recall off. Came back to lane. Wave was coming towards me, and while I was trying to get this cannon, I got caught out by Coco with a good Q into the E, just catching me on the outside range, utilizing the ignite advantage to follow flash, drop an auto and an ignite, and get the kill.
Oh man.
Which started a very bad snowball for me going 0-3-0 in lane, which is not the start for a game you're looking for.
And yet, despite that, he came back with a vengeance, getting back-to-back shutdowns, and just basically push us to the limit to just figure out what are we doing? Why is this Wukong suddenly way too strong?
Yeah, I was gonna say from what I did see of this game, it looked really back and forth. I remember looking at one point and Begang was ahead, and they had like a pretty firm grasp on the game, and they were controlling a lot of the map. And then it started going towards SB, and then it started going back towards Begang and back towards SB, and it ended up becoming like a bloodbath towards the end of it.
Right. How did you guys prepare against SB to make it such a struggle for them?
We were trying to make we're still trying to find our bread and butter and like what works for us the best. We decided to play like team fight comp, hence the Wukong. And just say, you know what, let's just team fight them. Let's try to catch out their carries, get a wombo down, see what we can do, see what disruptions we can make happen in the team fight, and see if we can just make it happen. We didn't have any like anything especially set aside besides just going for more of a team fight comp, which I think is working for us a lot better than what we had been doing. Maybe a temporary end to my Vayne top, but that's how it is sometimes.
He's trying to get in my head so I don't ban out Vayne.
Yeah, don't ban Vayne.
We definitely considered it. And did we ban it in the end? I felt like we banned it in the end.
You
banned
Ken and Vayne before, or in second ban phase.
Real question: had you guys been playing Lost Ark like everybody else, do you think you would have won this game?
Maybe that Lost Ark buff could have pushed me over the edge. I feel like my laning phase would have been
underrated.
But this game happened
definitely nerfed the shit out of our team. Let's be honest.
This was before the release.
All right. Well, now that it's mid-release, this is a new era of BTL altogether. So it seems. Finally, our last match, PO versus Deep Dive, hasn't happened yet. So we'll recap
Chase,
that
tell
next
us
time.
about that.
So about that match, it was a good match. We did it undercover.
Perfect game for PO. 25-0 kill score.
Yeah.
Gerg died 24 of those times.
Yeah. Gerg was 24 the deaths. That's one thing I do specifically remember. No, but yeah, it will be happening this week. We had it scheduled. Too many scheduling conflicts last week to really justify having it.
Well, we'll have 2 PO matches next week. Double whammy. That seems exciting to me. We'll look forward to both of them to see Chase Pentamassa hunt in action. All right. Next segment, Dan's stats. as is per tradition, Dance, give me a rundown of these two star players.
These are probably among the two hypest mid laners right now. And I think it highlights one of the big matchups of this week: AR versus Second Breakfast. Um, and Angela has been a monster, but so has Blazon. Like, you can see it across the board. Like, these are pretty evenly matched, both by just, you can see Angela's playing a lot for the team with that high kill participation, but Blazon is just known to do damage, and that's a lot. That's a lot of damage coming from Blazon. And we've seen both of them just be very, very clutch for both of these teams.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, both of them definitely a big reason why the teams are 4-1, 8-2 among the two. So exciting to see the matchup against each other this week. Speaking of matchup against each other, let's hit the matchups this week and all the analyst predictions. Some of us are not doing so hot. In fact, some of us are doing fucking terribly. And then some of us are doing all right. You know, that's kind of it. It is either all right or not so hot. But let's talk about each game. Actually, let's highlight the fact that somebody is like 1-10. Is that you, Walker?
No,
that's
I'm
not
2-9.
Who is that? That's 1-10. Is that
It's Mr. Coco.
Coco?
No, Coco.
Oh my god, he has to be trying to be wrong. Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, let's move on. I mean, Walker's not much better at 2-9. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah,
At this
Walker
point,
got-
I'm just gonna start voting the opposite way.
B game versus THD. We've got a sweep for THD, which is interesting because we're only 2-3 versus their 1-4. So, you know, not too far apart in the standings. But give me a heads up. Let's go with give me a heads up, Nishant, on why THD is a favorite here, even though you just shit on us.
So I think this is gonna feed some Brian ego, but I do believe in your shot calling. I think that when people listen to, or when your team listens to whatever you're calling and whatever your macro calls are, I think that your team does like click really well. And you're able to move your jungler and support and top laner around the map pretty well when things are all gelling. So I think that could really show up as long as your draft is good. I don't think we saw that necessarily last week, but in previous games we've seen that, so I have faith.
Oh dang, the faith. All right, devil's advocate for me, Chase. Why is B Gang gonna pop off and get their second win of the year or the split this season? Whatever.
Okay, let's see. Why is B Gang gonna,
Jesus
gonna get this? No, I'm kidding.
It doesn't sound like someone with a lot of faith.
No, I mean, so like, kind of going back to what Walker was saying about if they are able to like find their bread and butter, and if this team fight comp has been working out for them pretty well, and they've been like really driving that home and practicing it a lot, then it becomes really dangerous, and you can have like multiple people on their team can be threats, right? I mean, they put Nikolai on Yone, and then Pao on Kaisa, and then Walker on Wukong, and if any of those get fed, then they're pretty much a big pain to deal with. So, I mean, there's like still a decent chance for B Gang to win. Just gotta get into the groove of what works for them best.
Gotcha. From my personal perspective, I think both these teams are teams that are like still looking for what Walker mentioned earlier, like their real identity. Like we've played a tremendous amount of different comps already. We've played like late game scaling comps with KO. We played Dive with like Vex and stuff like that. Like we've done a lot of things, and I think the same can be said for B Gang. They played Vayne top, they played Malphite top. We're kind of everywhere. So as the season winds down, I think both teams will probably start honing their craft a little bit. We'll see if this is the start for either team. So should be a good one. Next prediction, let's talk about XO versus GB. Both these teams I think are 2-3 in the standings. So close in standings, but not close in predictions, as it's almost a full sweep for GB, except for one counterpoint voter in Adam, who's not here to defend himself. So I guess Walker, GB, why?
I honestly rated GB as one of the stronger teams in the league. I think they've all around got like a really strong roster. I've been clapped by Steven too many times to not appreciate the Steven diff. There's a lot of factors that make me believe in them, and although they've had a rough start to the split, going 2-3 so far, I think they're still one of the stronger teams, and they've just got to come together a little more. And I think we're going to see that here. I think EXO's been having a really good showing, and they've been doing pretty good. But I think that original strength of GB is going to really shine through in this game.
Nice, nice. Dan's EXO, question mark?
I think they're gonna have to clean up their mid game a bit. Saw it in their last game where they were pretty back and forth, and then one thing went wrong, and then another thing kept going wrong, and over again. So being able to like put a halt to the mistakes is going to be very important for them. I think being comfortable in the champion picks, I do expect that some sort of spice might come along from EXO. They're the one team that's thrown out the Janna top lane, so they could surprise us with something like that.
Nice, nice. Yeah, it'll be a good match. We'll see who goes to 50%, 500, and we'll see who falls to 2 and 4. So fancy, fancy. All right, next one, MBB versus PO. We've got a PO representative and an MBB representative here. Spicy, spicy. It looks like PO is the favorite though. So interesting. And Nishant, we'll shake it up a little bit. Nishant, tell me why you're about to go 2 and 4. And
all right, so listen. Okay, I'm looking at these. I'm looking at this slide here. I'm looking at this graphic here, and I see a lot of PO. Okay, but let me tell you guys something. Okay, let me tell you guys something a little bit about Teddy. Okay, Teddy is as cracked as he is jacked. Okay, I saw him at a 7-Eleven the other day buying adult diapers and a 6-pack of Red Bull. All right, I walk up to him. I ask him, Teddy, what are the diapers for? And he said, they're to contain my full power, so I don't absolutely shit on these kids. Okay, and then he Malphite ultied out the door. All right, so your guys' top laner is just fucked. All right, now the other lanes, I'm a better jungle diff. Ginny, after what she did to Brian last week, I mean, just the classic BDSM spanking. She also threatened to fuck Mayo's dad at one point. So like that probably happened. And then Mina and Elena, like what else needs to be said, right? Like this is looking like an MVP victory, guys.
All right, thanks from our reporter on the ground, Nishant. Counterpoint, Chase.
What am I supposed to say to that? I mean, it's we lost already. I don't know.
Look, he
how are we
knows
supposed to contain Teddy?
Yeah, the man is literally undiveable, right?
I mean, he's containing himself with the diapers. I thought that was clear.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm really excited for this. I'm excited for this week because going against Deep Dive and then also going against MVP, and I feel like both those teams are pretty even matches for our team as in regards to like how they're set up. With both teams having really strong bot lanes, pretty decent mids, and then having a pretty solid jungler as well. And then of course can't forget Teddy, the main carry. So I'm really excited to actually play these matches out. I think it'll be really interesting, and I don't know. I think it'll just be whichever bot lane probably pops off. And not to be too cocky, but I don't think there's a bot lane in the league that I can't stomp with Nick. So I think it'll probably be pretty easy, I guess would be the word.
Oh,
Okay.
Elena mobilize, Elena. Let's go, bro.
Ooh, Elena already said clipping this for Mina.
Oh no! Oh wait, you did the. Oh, that's the cardinal sin. Chase, shouldn't you be aware of that more than anyone else?
No, I know.
Oh no!
Dude, I'm really like, all memes aside, I think this is the match that I'm like most hyped about because like I love playing with Chase and Nick and Popanda. I don't know Aries too much, but like I've like practiced with and I like subbed for them. That was a lot of fun. Like Matthew's a former teammate of mine too, so I like played a lot with Matthew before. So this is like I'm just excited for this match in general. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, it'll be not only a hype match because of the gameplay, but also because of the banter beforehand. So we thank you for that. Moving on to Deep Dive versus TSC. It's a 4-2 split. Walker, Deep Dive, why?
A fellow Deep Dive believer. I think that their AD carry, Dan Lee, is just cracked. I think they're really solid team. They were one of my favorites going into the tournament as well. So basically, a similar argument to my GB one. I'm just still a believer, and TSC has looked strong, but I think Deep Dive has also looked very strong, and I think they can pull out the win.
All right. And then TSC, how about that? Well, I guess it's just Dan's. How about that, Dan's?
Easy. We've given TSC too much disrespect, and I think they've earned their respect. They're 4-1. They're pretty much ready to go, and the new weapon of lane swapping mid and top can definitely give them the edge.
They're definitely difficult to prepare against. I think that'll probably, for me, I think that's what probably will give them the edge too. Like, there's just too many good players, too many good picks. Maybe deep dives gain or lose, and we've seen deep dive be taken down by teams with interesting pick bans before, like the EXO match with the Janna top and stuff like that they definitely weren't prepared for. I think TSC has some potential to whip something out that catches deep dive by surprise. Should be a good one. Finally, let's talk about AR versus SB, the match of the week, considering both teams are 4-1. But it looks like most voters think SB is the best team in the league. Chase, though, AR, why do you think they're about to show them who the real frontrunner is?
Dude, okay, look at that value. All right, it's all about the value.
Oh, you're being a contrarian for your predictions.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to be last.
Well,
oh, that's the play. That's the play. He wants to be last.
No, I mean, so I think it'll be really close, but also I do actually lean a little more towards SB. They've just been like really solid, but also I mean like AR has looked really well, like on the same note. So it's kind of a toss up, I think. Kind of curious as to how the jungle matchup would be in regards to if Will is playing or if
I can confirm
Deidre...
Will is playing.
He is playing. Okay, so all right. So will it be a Misa diff, or will Will be able to like hold Misa back? And then also, I mean, you have to look at Blazon's damage. He's been putting out a lot of damage, and if Barry Allen's able to keep Zane safe for the most part, and Zane can just like free hit in the back, then it becomes pretty dangerous. And I think the top lane matchup is actually really interesting. I don't really see it being too one-sided. I see it being pretty even. So I think it'll be a pretty good match all in all.
Yeah, definitely a hype match of the week. We'll see them take each other on. I'm sure Dan's is prepping for a 5-1 start to his season.
Oh yeah.
As your entire team is geared to give Misa his first championship, he's been waiting for it. So this might be his greatest opportunity yet, Dan's. Don't mess it up.
I mean, look, we saw last game how we can drag Misa to the finish line after an abysmal game. So,
all right. Well, hopefully you don't have to do it again. Maybe this time he'll drag you to the finish line. Isn't that the dream?
I mean, that's true.
All right. Let's go to the standings. We have a pretty clear upper echelon with teams that are all sitting at 4-1, AR, SB, TSC. We're going to see a lot of those standings shake out here. And honestly, AR, SB, only one of these teams can go 5-1 of those. Student Council might join in there too. But yeah, and then middle class, 2 teams haven't played yet for this week, so we'll see where they shake out. But a middle class of a bunch of 2-win teams and potentially 3-win teams or 1 3-win team. And then Burt's B Gang and MBB at the bottom, but both of them, or at least MBB seems to be rising. I think Burt's B Gang also show a lot of life against SB, so everybody's still in it. Should be a fun end of this or second half of the season. We don't have a schedule page because not that many games were scheduled when we made this, but we're on our way. There's games tomorrow. There are a game tomorrow. Let's see. There's actually everything's scheduled now, which is kind of
schedule your games. Fill out your winners.
Nothing's scheduled now. Just kidding. No, only a few games. There is one tomorrow that isn't in the doc yet, so that's B Gang versus THD. Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific to see that. A game, one of PO's games on the 16th, so on Wednesday. And then another PO game 2 days after that on Friday, and then after that on Saturday is an ARSB game on the 19th. So lots of games. Stay tuned. Okay, last segment, questions. We got a decent amount of them. First, from Adam K. Name your favorite BTT analyst and explain why it's Walker. Thoughts? Walker, thoughts? Why is it yourself?
Well, what can I say?
Except you're welcome.
Yeah, true. You're welcome.
You had to sing it. That was a missed opportunity there, but okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll take that responsibility. Why it's me? I'm a Scion player. You can't help but love Scion players.
It's true. I do love Teddy. All right. Who's your favorite analyst other than yourself, Walker? You're the only one that gets to tell.
There's so many good ones.
Uh-oh.
How am I supposed to
Putting
pick?
him on the spot.
Gotta choose. Gotta choose
I'm
one.
going to pick the People's Champion, Pentamaster.
Oh, okay.
I'll
But he
sign
hasn't even
autographs
shown us his
later.
hair yet. Thoughts?
Whoa, hold on. I'm saving it. You know, maybe a playoff thing. I don't know.
All right, fine. Okay, the next one from Bananas. Smash or pass on all BTL teams. I don't really know what that means unless you're going to smash the entire team. I'm also not sure if you know what anybody on that team looks like. But let's say their mascots. I don't know. I mean, but what is it? What is an EXO mascot look like? Is that like Darth Vader or something? I don't know. That's probably a pass, right? Like
Smash.
okay, well,
what are you talking about?
what is Panic in Our Oceans? Is it like an actual ocean or like?
Or the garbage in the ocean.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe he's
Okay.
on to something.
Smash.
Smash.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Next question, Adam K. Question for Dan's. Marry, screw, kill. Dan stats, B gang, and Aram.
Wait, Aram is the last one?
Yeah, Dan stats, B gang, Aram.
I mean,
Marry, screw, kill.
I already killed B gang. So
Oh, damn. Okay.
I guess that decision's
No,
made.
Walker, it's okay.
Definitely, it's a Mary Dan stats. Can't let that go.
Wow. Okay. And then the short-term fling is going to be Aram. Honestly, makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
It makes sense. I can get behind that. All right. From Coco, at the Bubble Tea League, if you could have one lost art class be put into League, what would be the most balanced, most fun? Considering only me and Dan's really play Lost Ark right now, and Chase, I think, just downloaded the game, this is probably only a question that me and Dan's can answer. Dan's, you're not even max level yet, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm 34.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'd have to answer. You should ask Nathan, honestly.
I
Most
mean-
fun? Not my class. I die all the time because I suck.
All right. So the
maybe
question is
you want to
the
stab
class
class.
is the class already in the game, right? So you got the Berserker, which is obviously Tryndamere. You've got Paladin. Pick any of your standard tank.
Bard is Seraphine, right? Clearly.
I mean,
where
you've
is
got
it? Bard.
bards.
Or is it
yeah.
Bard?
I'd
It's
go ahead
definitely
and say Bard.
It's definitely closer to Seraphine than Bard, but all right, fine.
No, it's
Bard.
definitely closer to Sona.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, auras and shit. I mean, wait, but Seraphine is Sona, basically. Let's be honest.
True,
Anyway.
true. They're one and the same.
Longer ult, that's it.
Yeah.
And you've got so many mages to take your pick for sorcerers, so
Let's put the big
probably
hammer
the
class in there. Do we have a big hammer champion in League of Legends?
Jace?
Poppy.
Poppy? Chase isn't really the big hammer champion. Yeah.
And you have
Alright, fine.
hmm.
Oh, what about the Scouter? I mean, that's not even out yet. See, I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably one of the classes that isn't out yet.
Yeah, honestly. Well, we'll see. Maybe you guys should play Lost Ark and figure it out for yourselves. So that's another carrot out there. Even though I don't know if I would recommend it, but you know, hey, here we are at level 50, grinding through islands. What have I done to myself? All right, that's it for questions. Thank you everyone for joining us on this week 5 adventure. I guess on to week 6. Should be exciting to see the second half of the season. Which teams start coalescing into what strats, all that stuff. Which teams rise up and which teams fall down. And we'll get to see it all. So thank you. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Walker. Thanks, Chase. Thanks, Nishant. You're an amazing guest and very attractive.
Thanks for having me.
Goodbye,
guys.
everyone. See you guys next week. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.